Disclaimer, if you're watching this video to be entertained, you are not. You are not going to be entertained. This video is one of the most boring videos that I think I'll ever make, but the most helpful for beginner entrepreneurs because this is how I structured my offer and this is how I made the majority of my money and how I got the most of my leverage. So, without further ado, enjoy the rest of this video. Gave me the most leverage, helped me grow the most in my business, and helped me make the most money. And of course, helped my clients stay the most happy, right? And what that was changing my offer. And I know it sounds super generic, $1 million offers by Alex Hormozi, right? But I've got my own unique way of structuring my offer that I haven't really seen anyone on YouTube do. So yeah, hopefully by the end of this video, you can also know how I like to structure my offer, and maybe it'll help you make some more money as well. So the best offer for new businesses. Now you've probably seen a bunch about the best kind of offer, how to structure your offer and stuff like that. You might have watched Alex Hormozi or Aman Gadzhi or maybe even Charlie Morgan, some of you, or even what's his name, Sam Ovens. But before we get into that, let me first talk about how I like to set my appointments, right? Because that is the first hurdle that you'll need to get past when obviously you start a new business. So obviously there's cold calls, there's ads that you can run, you can set up like referral marketing campaigns and stuff like that. But there's two ways, depending on which circumstance that you're in, there's two ways that you can kind of set your appointments. So first things first, I want to say that I'm not a business mentor, I'm not a business coach, I'm not a business consultant, whatever. This series is basically just a way for me to not only solidify my own knowledge that I've learned from my experience, so kind of selfishly to solidify that, but also it's kind of just to document my journey and to document the things that I've learned along the way, so that maybe it can help you, maybe it won't help you. Okay? Now, if you've got money and you want to set appointments, I would recommend that you run ads for yourself and you learn how to run ads properly. Learn how to run ads in the best way that you possibly can, right? Like, if you find out how to run ads for yourself, in the long run, it will just be so much easier for you to generate clients. Like, this is what I do currently. If I need clients, I run one of my ads, I turn on one of my campaigns, and then I'll get leads coming in every single day, and I can call them, book them into appointments, and it's just easy from there, right? Now, if you don't have money, but this is just a little bit of proof, right? So like over the past 30 days, you can see here over the last 30 days, we got 355 leads at like $6.38 a lead. And obviously this is way below industry average in terms of, cost per lead and stuff like that. But obviously, over time, understanding what my clients like and dislike, it's way easier for me to generate warm leads and then book them into appointments. So if you don't have money, however, the best way of outreach is just the traditional way of outreach, and it's free, which is cold calls. And I want you to call like an absolute maniac. When I first started my business, I was cold calling, but I'm not lying, like 4 to 6 hours every single day. From like, I would do 2 hours or 3 hours in the morning around, I know when people would go to work, it'd be like 9 to 12 o'clock. I'd call around there, and I would call for 2 to 3 hours around the time where people would start getting off work. So like 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, right? And then that would be every single day. I would be calling and doing my cold calls and making sure that I can book appointments for myself and all that sort of stuff. However, outreach is all well and good, but you will not make any progress if your offer is not enticing. So let's talk about the overused offers, first of all. Two things: money back guarantees and work for free guarantees. Now, if you've read Alex Hormozy's book, $100 Million Offers, I have too. It's pretty much just this, right? Money back guarantees, work for free guarantees. It's like, oh, if you don't get this many clients a month, I'll work for you for free until you reach this many clients a month, right? Or if you don't get this many clients a month, I will give you all your money back for that month. All of these guarantees, they have that preconception of like, or prerequisite of, I have to pay you first before, you do a service for me. And before like the book $100 Million Offers was published, these sort of offers were amazing and they did amazingly well, right? Guarantees were kind of like the best way to go about things, but because it's so oversaturated, if I were to come to you and I would say, look, I will guarantee that you're going to make $1 million a year, or I will work for you for free until you make $1 million a year, is that something that actually entices you? Do you believe me if I say that? Even if I say, I will pay me $2,000. If you don't make $1 million a year, I will pay your $2,000 back. Sure, it's a little bit more, I guess, risk-free for you if it's contractually bounded, but do you trust me? Even if it is a guarantee, do you trust that I can get you to $1 million? Maybe not. Like maybe before the book $100 million offers came out, maybe at that point, because it was less saturated with this offer, it could work a little bit better. But now, because it's so oversaturated, everyone's using the same offer. It's just so overused, and everyone knows about this offer now. So that's why when I use this, I think like when I used this offer, like a couple months ago, or not even a couple, it was like last year I used this offer. It just didn't do well, right? It did not do well. Like you could sell a couple people on it, but it just would not do well. Anyway, these are the proponents of that offer, and I know these are inspirations to a lot of people, me included, but it's just like the offers that they give is just way too saturated and overused. So the pitch, what is the offer? Like I like to call it the foot in the door offer, and it will make sense in a little bit why I call it the foot in the door offer. So this is how you structure a foot in the door offer. Let me just check if this is still recording. Yeah, this is still recording. Fuck, I just bumped myself in the leg. All right, anyway. Yeah, these videos are unedited and raw. The only edits I do with these videos is I put the video over the screen recording, and that's pretty much all I do. So it's, if I stutter, if I hit myself in the leg, then I'm not gonna edit that shit out. Enjoy. Anyway, how do you structure a foot in the door offer? It's a couple of things. So you gotta ask yourself 3 questions. There is, what is the key metric of your client? Or what is your key metric that your client actually cares about, right? Is it a paying client? Is it satisfaction? Maybe you're a cleaning business, maybe you want them to be fully satisfied, right? Is it, I don't know, what could it be? A key metric. Is it how many leads that they get? Typically, it's not really how many leads they get. Typically, it's about, if they get profit, if they make a profit off of your service. But, what is the key metric? What do they care about? What does your client actually want? Okay, that's the first question you ask yourself. Second question, how much value does that key metric actually provide them? So how much value can you provide them if you actually get to this key metric? So for example, if I work with one of my clients or prospects and I say, look, I will get you at least 1 paying client. Like, I will work with you until you get 1 paying client. How much value do they actually get out of that 1 paying client? In my industry, they get $5,500 from 1 paying client. Okay? Now, this is very important that you know, because obviously you need some way to structure your price, right? Once they get that paying client. Anyway, third question. How long would it take for you to achieve this key metric? And this will make sense in a little bit. But how long does it typically take you in order for you to achieve this key metric? So, what is my offer? This will put everything into context. I will work for you for free, absolutely free, until you get paid by your first client with me. Okay? Now, all I need is a month. Give me a month to achieve this. And once you get paid by your first client, you can decide whether or not you want to continue working with me. You can decide whether or not it is profitable even to work with me, right? So if it is profitable to work with me, you can choose to invest $2,000 a month back into the service so that you continue to get paid by new clients every single month, every single week, every single fortnight. That is my offer, right? So this is what I call the foot in the door offer. I like to get my first foot into the door so that they see the value, and if they see the value, then we're all the way in, right? Here's the thing that a lot of people want to do when they first start a business. They want to scam people. And it is scamming. Like, if someone pays you and you say, I'm going to do the service for you and I'm going to get you this result, and maybe you get them leads, maybe you book them appointments, but you don't get them any paying clients, and you can't repeatedly get them any paying clients, you should not be paid for that service. Because don't get me wrong, you can work as hard as you want, you can do as much as you want, but if the result isn't there, you do not deserve to be paid. That's just the reality of an entrepreneur. Okay? So this is why I think that this offer not only communicates to other people that I stand by what I say, like I'm fully confident that my service will work for you. Not only that, but also it keeps myself accountable. So I'm constantly looking for new ways to improve my service. Anyway, this is the foot in the door offer, and hopefully it gave some of you some value.